Welcome to another episode of our Sundays watch list. So the first play that we got this week is Apple. All right. So this is the company that runs above everyone else. So this is an opportunity to hop in, get a little money on the option play and get out, right? So the first thing we notice right here is at the end of the day, Friday, we had above normal volume. All right. So we look at this little yellow squiggly line down here. This is the average volume that we have, and we look at it, it broke above and went above average. And these other days where we seen that at the end of the day where you had above average volume, you can see they had made a movement upwards, right? So we've been seeing this movement, this uptrend upwards, and it's sitting on this 20-day moving average at the moment. I honestly think it's gonna make a move, but for us to get in this play, I wanted to break this 33.50 level. Once it breaks this 33.50 level, I can see it coming to 34.57 or up to 35.30. So these will be our take profit levels. So 33.50 will be a level that we want to enter, and then 34.57 or 35.30. So these are plays that I feel like there's gonna be a nice movement this week. Feel like Apple has some nice volume. It's the charts is setting up just about right, and I think it's gonna be something. Some news is gonna make it just gravitate upwards. The next play that I have on our watch list is ticker symbol NOK, Nokia. So usually these contracts usually is pretty cheap. Um, but I see this right here. So this right here, as we look, this is a bearish candle in the hour chart. So we at the hour chart, and this candle right here, right at the top with this long wick. So just like a candle, you know it's a wick that comes out. If you see a long wick and it closes out at the bottom, is bearish, showing signs that it's going to drop back down. So it's breaking that pivot point that we see right here, right there, that red line. It has broken that pivot point, and it's going to make its way down. But we also notice, if you've been following this, we always be noticing these gaps. So we have a gap down here at the bottom. So I think it can come down and fill this gap at about 515. So one or two ways we can play this play. If you want to play it safe, I would literally say allow this to break the 200-day moving average and then allow it to fill that gap. No, you won't get a lot of movement, but you will take some profits, and it's going to be the safer way to get into it. Two would be, if we're looking at this and if on Monday at opening, if it completely breaks this pivot point at this level at 545 and it stays below that and start making its way down, I would possibly hop in that win then. Yes, that'll be a little bit more risky, and the safer way right here. So if you want to play a little more risky, is up higher. Down at the bottom would be the safest way, because we know it's going to break this 200 and come down and fill this gap, and then we take our profits from there. So this is a potential move that can happen. So like I said, the first thing we have is that we have this candle right here with the long wick, meaning it's bearish, meaning it needs time, it's going to drop. And then pretty much after that, we had a pivot point. It breaks this pivot point and crosses these moving averages. I can see it come down and fill this gap, but it's going to probably be tough to break that 200-day moving average. The next stock that we have that I think that's going to make a decent move is Plug. Plug just got a rating that allowed it to drop. So they had like a sell rating that said it's not as valued as high as it is and things like that. So it caused it to drop from about Wednesday or Thursday, but it's been making a nice, good upward trend, and then it has dropped and it's been kind of solid. So the thing that I see that we're getting across this 200-day moving average, we're also sitting on a pivot point that's creating a little decent um, support level. So the pivot point and support level is right around there. I want to say this is what we're going to do. This is how I'm going to play this. I want it to break this pivot point right here. So one or two things. If it's going to drop and touch this 200-day MA, the green line, at about 31.15, I'll possibly get in there if I see the volume and got some confluences going up. But if not, what I will be doing is hopping in it right here. Okay. So plug will pretty much make a nice move and come back up to the levels and retest this level at 33.19. So we got two entry points again. We have the 200-day moving average and we have this up here. So pretty much like I usually say, we set our alerts and then have this ready for if it tends to break those pivot points, we can go ahead and hop in there. So set those alerts, and that way it'll alert you on your phone, it'll alert you on your laptop, tablet, email, all that good stuff. This is how we making money while we still going throughout our day because we know the levels that it need to break. We pull out our phones when they break these levels and we can hop in. All right. So the next play that we have is ticker symbol MGI, MoneyGram. So MoneyGram made a nice move. This is a great, beautiful chart right here, but it has to come back down and find a level of support. I see a level of support that's creating right here. And then we also noticed that this is a gap that was formed, but it was filled with this wick. So I believe that it come down to 990. And when it come down to 990, I think this 200-day moving average would be sitting right around that area. So it's going to consolidate for a little while and make its way back up. If it sits and consolidate, I would definitely find a way to get in this trade. So 990 in consolidation means it's going to just sit there and it's gonna like just bounce around. So consolidation looks pretty similar to this right here. So if you're looking at consolidation, a day of consolidation, it looks like that, where you don't see much movement. It's just going from up and down on one level, and then you'll see a potential move within the days after. So if we see a consolidation right here, I can see that consolidation and make a move back up towards $10. But 990 is something that I like to have. So that is our Sunday's watch list. I hope y'all learned some game. And this Tuesday, we have our stock market trapping. So make sure you log in on Facebook, 8 a.m. I'll be on there, Facebook Live, and we're going to be breaking down charts. We're going to be playing some good music. We're going to be sitting there. Make sure you are interactive. Make sure you got your pen and pad ready to learn, knowing how we can build our account. I am starting with a small account. We starting with literally $150, and I'm trading every Tuesday. And I'm telling you what I'm looking at, what I like, and pretty much I'm building that account from $150 all the way up to $4,000. That is my goal within a year, and it's easier. So let's make sure we all follow along, learn as we go, and let's make sure we have the good vibe, good energy, and got that education going. The more you know, the more you make. Tap in, and let's take flight.